Garaway on white. McKeever will jump for Strasburg against Ryan Gerber at 6'1". McKeever with the edge at 6'4". And the Tigers will run it down in the person of Britt Hosteller. This is the last of the Hostellers, Roger. As
I'm sure the IVC teams are happy about that.
Wes and Bart have moved on. This is Dreher in close. So Travis Dreher gets Strasburg on the board first. And the Pirates come down, fanning. Just underway. Strasburg leads 2-0 an IVC game. Ryan Gerber. Shore is Edie's and guarding him. Nice pass in closer. Missed shot by Snyder and cleared by Travis Dreher. The comments from those that have seen Strasburg play thus far is that unselfish, advance the ball when they can, and very team-oriented in the first two games. And sometimes for great moments that built big leads in both those games.
Well, you look right now, they're doing a nice job of just back cutting this pressure Garaway defense, getting some good looks early on.
Snyder deflected it. It was a pass intended for McKeever, and now the play will be set underneath by Britt Hosteller. Screen's being set, and it goes outside. Edie flips it across. Dreher loose. Well, he handled himself on the football field pretty well getting the ball. He got it there, but then couldn't find his teammate. Turnover.
Yeah, a little bit frantic there, but big advantage, too, for Strasburg. This being their third ball game. A lot more rhythm we'll see out of Strasburg than probably Garaway.
Fanning, and Gerber with the great amounts of experience from that team that played 28 games last year. Always fun to play any tournament games, but to get those extra Fanning shot missed, and Hosteller will run ahead. Coming down, feeds it off to Boggs, back across, and the Tigers will pull it out.
Nice look into the post.
Dreher had to go up. He was going to run out of time, and he draws the foul.
You know, one of the things about it is we're seeing this year a role reversal. Last year, Garaway used to do so much of pound it down into the post and then kick it back out. Now we're seeing Strasburg give Garaway some of their medicine from years past. And
of course, it was a case where if you were the other team against Garaway, you didn't even think of taking the ball in there because of the defense you were going to run into as well.
You had Regula and Renner in there. You just weren't going to get anything out of it.
Dreher splits the two and has all 3 points for the game and for Strasburg. 3-0. The man for man all the way around.
Yeah, and so far Ken Edie doing a nice job on Gerber.
Gerber loses him this time, in close, misses. Good offensive board. Back up and in for the sophomore, Brian Schrock.
You get him doing that night in, night out, and that will definitely help.
3-2, Garaway on the board now, but down by one in the Tigers. At 5:48 opening quarter, our first game. We have girls basketball along with this on the boys' side and some high school wrestling slated for you again through the winter months.
Nice screen roll.
Dreher assist to Boggs. 5-2. Strasburg with that lead. Taken away by Boggs. Teammates both sides, now holds it up, brings it out top. Boggs, who waxed hot against Sandy Valley on the road, like 5 or 6 threes in that opening game.
Well, you can see early on Troy McClellan making it a major point of emphasis for the Tigers. Let's pound it inside to Dreher and McKeever. They're doing a nice job of it.
Across, open for Boggs for three. The Tigers have 3 players in Boggs and Edie and Hosteller that can put the 3 up.
Well, they're playing, I'll tell you what, on the offensive end, their execution's been outstanding.
8-2, 6-point lead early for Strasburg, 4:48. Baseline, he got it. Gerber misses the close shot, and on the rebound, the whistle. Michael Miller, number 30, came in at that last stop at this end for Garaway. So the first substitute goes to Coach Bardall and company.
You know, one of the things we've seen early on is how they're using Travis Dreher. He's setting a ton of screens. They're using him to come to the basketball in situations of inbounding or whatever because he makes such great decisions.
And that's where the change came on defense with Snyder coming in for Garaway to guard Dreher. Inside, McKeever fakes, puts it up and in. Garaway's going to take the timeout at 4:21 opening quarter after McKeever's shot. It's an 8-point lead at 10-2. Strasburg with that lead. With Dreher to us too, Roger. Is more coaches than I've seen quoted on this same thing is win, take care of the ball, win your games at home, because the IVC this year really going to be up for grabs for who can put some of those road games away.
Yep, winning on the road this year in the IVC is going to mean everything.
4:02 opening quarter. The timeout went to Garaway, down 10-2 as they try to get their offense in gear. Down the lane, nice pass from Gerber, and two more for Schrock.
And Ryan's going to have to learn too. He's going to have to be a little bit more assertive than what he's been in years past, as we see a switch now to the matchup for Scott Bardolph.
10-4 the count. Strasburg by 6, and Fanning just about makes the steal, and now, nope, comes back to the Tigers, and Hosteller saves it in the corner. Boggs off the iron. And McKeever going for the loose ball off the rebound. Comes up with a foul for Strasburg.
By my count, Tim, that's the first shot Strasburg's missed from the floor in this ball game.
So Garaway, a chance to cut into the lead. Of course, momentum, everything in basketball, and we're very early, 3:32. First quarter, 10-4, Strasburg. Michael Miller across the way. Now Gerber has it. Still looking for his first two. Gets it and is fouled. Ryan Gerber coming off a 23-point game in his opener. Gets his first two, cuts it to a 4-point lead.
That's right there is what makes him very difficult to defend. He can shoot the three, he can put it on the floor, and he's strong and he can get off the floor. So he's a four-tool kind of player. You hear them talk about that in baseball. This young man in high school basketball is a four-tool player.
Can cut the 8-point lead to 3 if he converts here, and he's a good foul shooter as well.
We really saw him start playing last year, Tim, down at OU in regionals. His game really picked up at that point.
10-7, Strasburg's basketball, 3:04 opening quarter. You're watching it on cable channel 2 around the counties. Over 30 years of high school basketball now coming with this season on channel 2. Dreher covered, and Boggs from the corner. Long rebound, and Gerber, who had a good number of rebounds from his position last year, picks one up here.
Well, the zone is giving Strasburg a little bit of fits here. They're having trouble adjusting to it.
Across the way, inside, they try to go. McKeever makes the steal, anticipating the pass to Schrock. Britt Hosteller ahead to Basiletti, number 34 in there for Strasburg. That's Jeremy. He's a junior, 6 foot. Shot by Hosteller. Rebound all alone on the far side, and Andy Hosteller winds up with it. 10-7, a chance to tie or come within one. Inside again.
Oh, boy.
Ryan Schrock fast becoming a favorite for the Pirate fans and team as he has 3 baskets first quarter. 10-9, Strasburg.
Coach Troy McClellan going to call some out. Just take a look at this defense. It is a matchup zone, a nice wide look at it right there. And basically what it is, folks, is you're going to guard a man in an area.
McKeever in close. Little short jumper won't go in, and Dreher coming in, but contesting Gerber for it. But the Pirates will come up in a chance to take their first lead of the game at 1:25. Moving on down first quarter. Dreher now guarding Gerber as Gerber has gone in to a post position. As Fanning looks to him, can't get it in. Schrock does. Nice bounce pass off. Garaway's lead on the 2 points by Michael Miller. It's 11-10.
Beautiful. Now that time there we see him take Gerber, put him in the post. The kid has just got unbelievable skills.
So the Tigers, a case of them going a bit cooler, defense change, and a little more aggressiveness, and the hot hand from Garaway.
Well, and the defensive change, Tim, it's forced Strasburg to take some shots from the perimeter. Before, they were just pounding it against the man, getting great high percentage shots. It's a nice job by Coach Bardall and his Pirates.
Basiletti checks out. Edie back in for Strasburg. Boggs will inbound. Strasburg trails by a point now. First time they've trailed in the game. 39 seconds opening quarter. Britt Hosteller. Boggs, who's had many outside shots, one falling, gets in close for this, and he will go to the line.
Now right there we saw Garaway back to the straight man, and we saw right away Strasburg attacking with the back cut. So be interested to see how much man Garaway plays throughout the rest of this ball game.
Foul shooting through the early game so far favoring Garaway. They only missed a couple on 28. I think they were 25 of 28 in their first game. Strasburg a little better than 50%, but in a close game, we know what that can do. So Boggs hits the first, hits the second, and Strasburg back in front, 12-11.
Little half-court trap now from the Tigers. 1-2-2 half-court trap.
Fanning tries to split the defense. 20 seconds. So the Tigers not allowing Garaway to stay out too far out and wind the clock down. Of course, the Pirates did that many times last season. Fanning, 7 seconds. Jump shot at 5. Garaway leads 13-12 on the long throw to the hoop. Off the board, 1 quarter in the books at Garaway. The Pirates lead the Tigers of Strasburg 13-12. 12 exchange of possessions. Garaway gets it to start the second quarter. And remember, we will be picking a Torelli Video Player of the Game at the conclusion of this contest. Gerber passes up the 3 as Edie came out on top. Fanning along with Gerber. Schrock getting a rest. An outstanding first quarter with 6 points as he takes a seat to start the second quarter. Lauren Hirschberger, number 33 in there. And the pass inside. Snyder misses it, but it caroms back, comes back out to Fanning. Gerber on the move. Too strong. Dreyer going hard for it. And will hold it up in the Tigers' possession, trailing by 1.
Gerber makes some nice moves, just can't get the ball to fall. See what they do now against the zone. You see the matchup, how they're going to shift and take over the overload.
They have again Hosteller. McKeever backside. Gets in close, can't get the shot, but gets Dreyer closer.
Nice.
Assist to McKeever. Dreyer, who started all the scoring, now has 7 points, and Strasburg back in front, 14-13. 6:46 just underway, second quarter.
Tell you what, Strasburg looks good. They look good.
Hirschberger around to Fanning. This is an IVC matchup. We'll be moving to the ECOL on Tuesday when we see the New Philadelphia Quakers in action first as they travel down and meet the Mustangs. Coach Jim Riley at Claymont. Fanning for 3. Got an opening. Got his first away. He's hit his last 2 shots, and Garaway in front 16-14.
He had a heck of a tournament run, too.
Pirates didn't need to get the 3s cranked up in that opening game. They built a lead and then maintained it with the foul shooting over Fairless. Again, that was 48-25.
Tell you what Garaway's really going to be looking for early in this year is get that third guy who can consistently score for them night in and night out. High school basketball anymore, you better have 3 guys who can put it in the hole.
Edie across the way. Dreyer open, baseline, left side. McKeever on the floor, takes it back up and in. On the rebound and score, McKeever has 4 points, and we're tied at 16.
Tell you what, Travis Dreyer is just playing outstanding basketball.
Around the outside, Hirschberger now. We're tied, Garaway with the basketball. Ryan Gerber trying to get his offensive game more in gear. He now has 5. Garaway by 2. Boggs to Hosteller, and communication was not on the same page on that pass.
Communication breakdown. He zigged when he should have zagged.
Dreher gets his first rest.
It won't be long. He better take deep breaths.
And into the lineup is Ryan Sewell, a sophomore at 6'4" for Strasburg, as Coach McClellan trying to get more experience in the big side of things for the Tigers. Knocked away. Hosteller, and coming up with it is Edie. Tigers trying to tie the game. Boggs from behind Sewell, just into the lineup. Behind Gerber, picks up the foul.
You know, both of these teams right now, early in the year, your defense, of course, is always yards ahead of your offense. But you can see just the difference between playing 2 games coming into tonight for Strasburg as opposed to 1. Strasburg just looks a lot crisper in their offensive execution.
18-16, Pirates by 2 with the basketball. Back in there, Michael Miller, number 30. Schrock still absent with 6 points, number 42. And Fanning working it on top. 4:15, about halfway through this second quarter in the first half.
Zach Fanning looks a lot stronger this year, too. That's going to be a big bonus.
A lot more confidence after that last year. In and out it goes for Hirschberger, and the Tigers again a chance to tie or take the lead. Britt Hosteller, who's not scored from anywhere that he's taken the shots. McKeever has a look to the hoop. He backed off. He gave me the room. Put it down. He's got 6 points. We're tied at 18.
He knocks that in on every Tuesday and Friday night of this year, and Strasburg's going to be a real tough team to beat.
3:35, first half. Pirates trying to keep the lead. Fanning has the step on his man. And will go to the line for his first trip there. Fanning only about 3 points a game last year, but as you mentioned, Roger, valuable minutes and big contributions.
Well, and he's another one that he matured so much along that tournament trail, and when you're playing in the regionals in the state, that's going to happen.
Rocks in and out. Score remains tied at 18. Dreher back in for Strasburg. Gerber got a brief rest for Garaway, and now Schrock comes back in. It's part of the strategy. Where can you rest key people in the game?
Definitely. Most definitely.
Fanning gave Garaway the 1 point lead. Hosteller missed at the right end, and the Pirates push it down the court. Gerber set the screen and will come back to get the basketball. And Edie is back guarding him as he did much of the first quarter. Nice pass. Schrock kind of clobbered underneath, and then a pretty good block on a shot that he does get away.
Travis Dreher again. He's been big early on.
Edie looking. Dreher gets some room. Fanning saves it before the end line. The score remains 19-18. Garaway, 2:43 first half. Coach McClellan asking the official some pointed question as he went by.
You know, how about the job Troy's done in the years he's been at Strasburg? I mean, state appearance, regional championships.
Shot in and out. Pirates will get to reset as Fanning missed it and may get another opportunity on this. Yes, both these teams, of course, state qualifiers in the last 4 years. 2001, the Tigers were there. Missed shot and rebound for the Tigers. Score has been sitting at these two positions. 19-18. Strasburg down by 1.
I remember these pace games from last year. It's coming back to me.
We hit those moments.
Yeah. Well, and you know, both of these coaches like the deliberate style.
Hosteller was waiting for one to drop, and it did. Britt Hosteller from the corner makes it 21-19 on a three-pointer. He again coming off a 21-point game. And Strasburg with the 21 here. Up by 2 at a minute and a half. First half of action. Matthew Gailey directing it on camera. As Gerber put it up. Well, the whistle started as he was going up, and he continued to put it down through. We're tied at 21.
He is going to be a matchup problem for everybody in the area.
Garaway actually had 14 fouls to Strasburg's 2, and now Strasburg has 5, and that is the second on Britt Hosteller. And Gerber tries to convert his second three-point play and give Garaway a 1-point lead, 22-21. So the Tigers. McKeever was going to get an easy 2. It's probably just as well the collision came and the foul went against Gerber because the points were coming.
Yeah, once again, nice job. You know, the one thing Strasburg's doing well against the matchup now is they're getting the ball into the corner, which against most matchups gives you the best look. It makes it more look like the man so you can attack it offensively point to point.
Coach Bardall certainly not happy that Ryan Gerber got his second foul here late in the first half. Nice hands and deflection by Fanning. Pirates up by 1. Gerber. Fanning, 103. Coach Bardall with his hand in the air with a 1. I don't think it's play number 1 either.
No.
Although, they don't seem to exactly be bringing it way out here. 50 seconds. Gerber guarded by Edey.
They're going to run this baby right down and get the last shot of the half.
22-21 as the Garaway fans. As we are at Garaway High School, you're watching it on Channel 2. That is set the pace with the cheering section. Almost gets away from Andy Hosteller. Gerber at 25 seconds. And Hosteller guarding Fanning too close for the pass.
Nice job by Argerbright, really working Fanning. I mean, he's making him hustle.
Gerber's got it at 14 seconds. Fanning at 13. Garaway by 1. Gerber he does, pass to the far wing, and for 3 at 3 seconds, Andy Hosteller. Shot no good at the horn, and Garaway leads at the half, 25-21 on the first basket by Hosteller to wind things up. You look across at the Garaway fans, 4-point lead for the Pirates at intermission. We'll be back with our Ember Complete Care wrap up and report on the first half right after this timeout.
We've helped start new.
The third quarter is at hand. IVC basketball, our first coverage for 2003-2004. The Strasburg Tigers with the basketball down by 4. It's the most they've trailed by. This game has changed lead 7 times. McKeever. This is Boggs back to McKeever to the hoop. Hits the deck. That'll turn the ball back for the first possession for Garaway to start this third quarter.
Garaway's in man to start that second half here. Strasburg, of course, in there, man.
Fanning with some good support handling the ball from Gerber, who I'm sure Coach Bardall would like to see get a few more looks to the hoop in this game and in every game based on his abilities to score. Fanning gets it to Gerber. Back to Fanning, who's good on the perimeter. Rebound inside. We saw this in the first half. Brian Schrock now has 8.
Yeah, I tell you what, he's playing pretty well. And once again, just getting to the rim when the shot goes up.
27-21. Strasburg back to their starting lineup. Britt Hosteller with the basketball. Edey had it momentarily there. Number 3 now has it. McKeever inside. Dreher across the way. Missed shot by Edey. And the Pirates run. Gerber. Schrock. Double team. Loose. Just too many Strasburg hands there.
Sophomore, understand this game's a little bit stronger in the JV game. Guys are going to be able to take it away from you.
Inside. Nice pass from Dreher to McKeever.
Nice.
8 points for Josh. It's a 4-point lead, 27-23. Was up to 6.
I'm really impressed with the growth of Travis Dreher. I mean, he used to be just a rebounder, you know, get you some garbage. He's a leader right now, and he's mentally playing the game.
I think a lot of people would have said, you know, the football was his game,
Yeah,
and he would come in and with some of the moves of a football player, and he played rough, but he's looked pretty smooth.
Yes, he has. He's played outstanding basketball.
Last touch by the Tigers. 4-point lead, Garaway, and the basketball under their own hoop.
And let it be no doubt in anybody's mind, he is the unequivocal leader of this ball club.
On top. Gerber against Edie. 5:46 third quarter. No change on the positioning of the lead in this game, in this quarter. Gerber, heavy traffic, draws the foul from Edie. First team foul of the second half.
You ever want to define a great scorer? Look at how many times he gets to the free throw line in a basketball game. Great scorers are always on the free throw line.
That is the second foul on Edie and Gerber's third trip as we talk about it. He has 2 3-point plays, and that could have been another one.
Exactly. I mean, scorers just know how to do it.
Perfect in 4 trips to the line. 29-23, back to that 6-point lead. Hostetler. He's hit his last 2 shots, both threes, and it's 29-26. The last one back in the end of the first half.
He gets hot, and that'll change the complexion of things in a hurry.
29-26. Loose ball and holding that position. Nice play on the floor for Hostetler.
Now we got the intensity level turned up a little bit.
Oh, Kevin Kepper coming by. You mark that down, Roger. Did you reschedule the Ridgewood game yet? We did want to bring that to the people if you had it. The 2nd of January? Ridgewood. That game is there. Okay, thank you. Oh, that was sign language.
He come over to get a free plug on the air. I know, Kev.
Our thanks to him for getting us set up here. Garaway scored at this end with a nice play inside. McKeever got it in close down there, got his own rebound, missed it. And the scoring at the end, while I was talking to Kevin, was sign language.
Yeah, Schrock got it in, got 10 points now for the Pirates.
31-26 is the score on the board. That's what you need to know about how the teams stack up. So the Ridgewood-Garaway game, January 2nd at Ridgewood. They got to plug that in right after the holidays.
Strasburg defensive intensity has definitely ratcheted up here in this second half.
Again, it was 25-21 at the half.
That's moving. Yep, good call there. I thought they were going to get the moving screen, but they also shuffled them.
Well, with the travel, a couple of substitutions coming in. One for each team. Bassiletti back in for Strasburg.
You know, we talked about at halftime, Tim. The closest Garaway's come to losing in the conference in that 34-35 game streak was Strasburg here last year. So Strasburg very familiar with this.
Ball's loose. Dreher gets the missed shot. Picks it up off the floor. Good anticipation by Fanning and will run the court. There's that quickness from Zach Fanning, and it's 33-26 timeout Strasburg. 3:23 to go in the third quarter. Garaway by 7. The Tigers want to talk about it. We'll be back.
Doing a nice job of running the floor.
How about Brian Schrock, the sophomore, number 42 for the Pirates. 6 points in the first quarter, and then comes out and has a quick 2 buckets here in the third quarter. 10 on the game to lead scoring.
Yeah, big thing out of sophomores is you just like to see him play consistent night in and night out.
Ryan Gerber's right there at 10 as well, and he's earned a lot of those the hard way at the foul line. 33-26. Maybe just a calming effect to try to get this offense clicking back in. Dreher thought about it. Pretty far from the hoop, although in the right situation, I think he'll take that shot. Tried to get it into McKeever. It's tied up. And Garaway will get it as a turnover, handed back to them. Butch McClellan with a few more adjustments as his team falls back on defense.
Pirates with a chance to get this up into double digits, Tim, if they get a 3 on this possession.
Gerber had an open look just for a moment. Schrock pretty active as he floats back and forth in the lane. Dreyer staying with him at the moment. Gerber. Fanning, quick release. And Dreyer, the rebound, protects it. Looks for somebody to outlet to. Britt Hosteller, 2:18, third quarter, 33-26. Strasburg had cut it down to a 3-point lead. McKeever strong to the hoop, draws the foul.
Josh's first time at the line in this ball game.
Averaging just over 7.5 points through the 2 games.
He's got that tonight. He got 8 in the ball game tonight. Played well.
Trying to break a little drought here for the Tigers. Does so. 33-27. Second shot. Off the rim, still loose on the floor. Ryan Gerber comes up with it. 33-27. Andy Hosteller, and then to Fanning, and then to Hosteller. Inside, Schrock. Now the Pirates now being a little extra patient, working the basketball. Gerber. Gerber gets close enough to take it up. Boggs clears the missed shot. Tigers down by 6.
Big possession here for the Tigers.
They've gotten some shots inside, but the defense has picked up quick enough to stop them. That time Gerber got in position, and Basiletti called for the travel. Coming back in for Garaway is Lauren Hirschberger, a junior 5'9". You commented the senior status on the Garaway squad.
Yeah, only 2 seniors on this Garaway ball club, Gerber and Miller, and so, you know, a lot of good young talent coming through this Garaway program.
33-27. Schrock. A little bit further out for him in this game as he's done his damage in close. Hirschberger. Ryan Gerber sets the screen. Fanning. You won't see Fanning and Gerber out too often, and probably early on, neither or never both of them out at the same time. 41 seconds. Third quarter, Garaway winding the clock down, having built the lead to 6.
Just watch the fundamentals, folks, on this Garaway ball club. Catch it. Ball goes into the chest. You're down. You're wide. You get that opposite foot out. You keep the defender off of you. I mean, those little things are what win ball games for you.
And no hurry when you're winding the clock down to the final 6 or 7 seconds. 16 on the clock. Fanning.
Here they go now with what they want to run.
We're at 10 seconds.
Nice defense by Basiletti.
Underneath, and they're going to get back to the foul line. Schrock says, okay, if you miss it, I'll get it. I still have time to put it in, 2.3 seconds. I'm not sure that's always planned to do that, but certainly if you allow yourself enough time, things happen on rebounds.
Garaway, excellent execution at the end of quarters in this ball game. There they get the look they want, and then they get the offensive rebound.
Ryan Schrock, sophomore.
I think he's going to be okay.
11 points. 34-27, just over 2 seconds to play in the third quarter. 35-27, Boggs puts it on its way. Off the glass end of 3 quarters at Garaway. The Pirates have built the lead over Strasburg, 35-27. With their talents taking charge on the floor to the tune of a 35-27 lead. Strasburg's basketball. This is the fourth quarter coming away, our first game. 2003-2004. I'm Tim Stavanis along with Roger Dominic and Matthew Gailey. at Garaway High School. We're almost knocked away by Fanning. And the Tigers got to do some scoring, much more than they did in that third quarter. McKeever fronted and back. Schrock, nicely done. Doesn't give him enough room to move. And called for the travel.
Yeah, defensively, Garaway, as we said, we knew we were going. One thing we knew we were going to see was a Garaway team that could defend.
So just underway in the fourth quarter. Pirates can be very selective. Leading into this last quarter. Again, they've won 35 IVC games in a row. I don't know what a record would be, Roger. Indian Valley South and Highland had 2 back-to-back undefeated seasons as well. But, you know, how many other games string with those seasons? I don't know, or from the season before, or till they were defeated. The 2 undefeated seasons is enough. Missed shot will give an opportunity for Strasburg on Andy Hosteller's launch from out across the way.
What you have to remember, too, is back then they didn't play round robin.
Didn't have 10 games.
Yeah.
I think one was 7-0. Highland won 10. And Strasburg had, McKeever gets close, gets the basketball, and scores. He's in double digits. And Strasburg had 2 undefeated seasons in the earlier, too.
Early 90s with JJ, they had some runs in there with some good ball clubs. I would guess probably Highland just because of the round robin. I know Charlie with the kids from South won some ball games.
Flipped out. Gerber thought about the 3. He's not put one up out there. Missed shot. Dreher will clear it on the missed shot by Hosteller. It's down to 35-29 as the Tigers, you always anticipate your opponent going to make a run somewhere. Blocking foul.
Yeah, they get a bucket here, it'd be down to 4. So Strasburg still in this ball game. They continue to work hard.
Long way to go for either team to earn the bonus in this game. That's only the second team foul. Each team with 2 team fouls in the second half. Dreher, one-handed jump shot.
That's the first shot he's gotten in the second half. So you know Coach Troy McClellan wanting to do a little changing up with that. 2
straight for the Tigers coming out fourth quarter. It's a 4-point ball game. Garaway leads 35-31 to be exact. Fanning, foul line. Strong rebound for Gerber.
That's huge.
And Coach McClellan thinks maybe Gerber pushed off to go up. But he had position on the long rebound, and boy, did he go up strong.
That was big time.
And guess what? That positions him for another possible
I'll tell you what Troy doesn't like about that call is the whistle come late. The ball looked like it was almost through the rim when Carl Davidson blows the whistle and makes the call. So I'm sure that's got Troy a little bit hot there. Jeff Noggle explaining to him a little bit.
Third 3-point play in the game for Gerber, and that puts it back to a little more comfortable 7-point lead, 38-31. Boggs underneath. Make it Edie. Good hands to hang on. Britt Hosteller short of everything, and the Pirates have numbers coming down. Pull it up. Fanning to Hirschberger.
They'll get a little more deliberate. Last couple of possessions, they took some flyers.
And you certainly like him to have the basketball. Gerber on the move, contact. Dreher hits the floor, and 2 more for Gerber. Timeout, Strasburg, 4:50 to go in the game. It's a 9-point game. There's going to be more than just talking to his team on this. Coach McClellan.
On the perimeter, give a nice head, ball fake, gets it into the lane and scores, getting it off of offensive rebounds, posting up. He's going to be a problem in the IVC.
Tigers.
If you aren't wearing the blue and the red, you are not going to like seeing him walk in your building.
Tigers score the first 2 baskets of the quarter and cut the lead to 4, and then Mr. Gerber scores the next 5. 40-31, Tigers timeout, and we have 4:40 to play. McKeever around the outside, inside, Dreher in heavy traffic. Tigers looking to penetrate, and there goes Edie.
Edie with his first bucket of the ball game, big time for it. Oh,
stolen, Hosteller. some pressure, and the basket for Hosteller. It's quickly 40-35. All the way down comes Gerber. Off to the open Schrock. He came down with the basketball, and then they call it from the wing. That's usually what you see called in that situation, is it not, Roger?
Well, actually, I don't agree with that. Carl Davidson is screened by that. They got ball, so it should have been a play on. I thought Kim Palmer was right on the no call.
In that it got blocked?
Yeah.
He came down with the basketball.
And he comes down and you just play on.
40-35 the count. In the meantime, Strasburg trying to cut the lead. McKeever. Inside McKeever, backside, dangerously thrown pass, almost connected, but he was in some heavy traffic. 5-point game, Garaway with that lead. They've maintained that since taking it late in the first half. McKeever knocks it away. Foul as Fanning stops what would have been a 3-on-1 fast break.
That was a nice steal there by McKeever, anticipating that pass. Going back to the walk, what the situation is Schrock goes up with the ball. He has it knocked out of his hands. He loses possession of it as he's going up, but he regains it in midair and comes back down. My understanding of the rule is that's a play on. The reason I believe Carl Davidson called it because he didn't see that the ball was actually knocked out of his hands.
If you block it and you're hanging on to it, come down. Different story. Hosteller misses the long shot. Schrock with a big rebound at 3:13 to play in the game. 5-point lead. Garaway with that.
Right. If he blocks it and it never comes out of Schrock's hands and he comes back down, it's a jump ball in that situation.
Fanning. Andy Hosteller. Edey trying to stay with Ron Gerber. Gets the ball back. Pretty good at double teaming, but that leaves somebody open. Whistle, foul, fourth team foul. Strasburg needs to get the foul situation. In their case, it's they're behind to where there might be shooting going on.
You want to start working it a little bit. I don't think you want guys grabbing other guys, though. You might get that intentional.
That was the fourth team foul, third on Edey.
Now we get a foul away from the ball on Michael Miller on a screen, go the other way.
Fourth team foul on Garaway. So each team with 4 fouls. So we may get to the bonus and be important in this game. Yeah, 2:51 to play. 40-35. Strasburg a chance to bring it a little closer.
Gets the man here for Garaway. So we've seen him go right into that post.
Dreher to Edey. Boy, I don't know how that got through. Garaway player had it. Inside Dreher this time. It works. A little closer range, and it's a 3-point game.
Tell you, one of the things, too, that's changed the tempo of the game is Strasburg's going to this little run and jump in the half court, and it's really caused the tempo of the game to get a little helter-skelter.
2:14 to go. Garaway by 3. Garaway takes the timeout. 2:11 to play. Pirates by 3. Coach Barnwell.
Some possessions out of it where they were able to capitalize.
So Fanning and Gerber. Gerber with the ball now. Foul, 5th team foul on Strasburg. I'm sure both teams probably talked about foul situation, but Strasburg down by 3. I mean, we have to give a foul here so we can make them shoot some fouls. But Garaway again against Fairless, outstanding at the foul line.
Well, they've only missed once in this ball game tonight. They're 8 of 9 in this ball game tonight. Saw Garaway that possession there go to the 4 corners, made famous by Phil Ford when he was in North Carolina. See now if they go to the 4 corners, if Strasburg doesn't go to a zone half-court trap. Vassiletti
back in. That was Edey's 4th foul, so he's teetering. And he goes on defense anyway to side court. 1:56 to play. Double team at midcourt. Garaway by 3. Gerber with a basketball. He is not the one you would choose to foul. It's in the lane. Gets the room. Slid open, and he has all the points for Garaway in the quarter to maintain a 5-point lead.
A big-time player.
It's 42-37. Strasburg takes the timeout. This is our start for the 2000s yourself, I guess, as if we talk to the players. I saw the youngster out there shooting shots before the game. He must be, 6 or 7. And before you know it, he's going to be out there
30 years down the road, you might want to remind yourself how good a cameraman Matthew Gailey is. You say, I want to put this in and watch this.
Call Torelli Video for that. Transferred on the DVD for you. Inside Boggs for the 2 and the foul. 42-39, and to the line goes Boggs.
Scott Bardahl just gives a look like, why do we do this?
The things you learn from game to game.
The big decision right now for Strasburg is how are they going to defend Ryan Gerber. You know, you've got to almost deny him the ball because if he gets it, he's just a problem because he can do so many things.
Boggs with 7 is 2 for 2 from the line in this game. Brings it to a deuce difference between the squads at 42-40. Strasburg's not led since back in the first half at 21-19. Full court pressure, a minute 19. Timeout Garaway. Coach McClellan wanted to travel. Central Catholic on Tuesday before they have home court advantage, maybe, against Highland here next week in the game we cover. Strasburg travels to a tough Dalton squad on Tuesday, and then we'll play Central at Strasburg on Friday. Stolen, and Britt Hosteller. We're tied. 42 apiece as we near a minute. And it's been the pressure Roger talked about that's turned this back. Foul by Boggs on Gerber as he's weaving down court at 59.3 seconds.
Yeah, big now. And now the next foul on Strasburg, of course, they don't want to foul now with the game tied, but the next one will put Garaway in the bonus.
And you want to pick and choose who you foul.
Yeah.
If you know that much about the team this early. The only two you really know about are Fanning and Gerber. And they're pretty reliable percentage shooters from the foul line. 53 seconds, you watch the action. We are tied at 42. And there was a foul, and that will be Fanning that will get the opportunity at the line.
Well, they were coming with that trap again, that running trap in the half court. So Coach Troy McClellan staying with what got him here. Offense, defense, McKeever back in along with Edie. Dan
Arga Bright in the lineup, picked up the foul on the aggressive play, the 5'8 senior. And now Coach McClellan back with his original 5 as Fanning at 50 and a fraction seconds tries to get Garaway the lead. He's not scored in the fourth quarter. He is 2 for 3 from the foul line.
When you've made free throws at OU in regional games and state games, he's here, these are like layups.
43, 44. 2-point lead. Garaway, 47 seconds to play. Strasburg to the offensive end. Edie, McKeever had a look inside, and Hosteller went to the hoop. He had Garaway in the defense that also had a foul to give, so the Tigers will put it in play.
Scott Bardahl quickly getting guys back into the ball game. They had a little matchup there. McKeever was being guarded by Fanning. Strasburg couldn't recognize quick enough. That could have been an easy 2.
Brian Schrock comes back in the lineup, and then the loop pass. McKeever just happens to be alert enough to pick it up. Dreher in close, nowhere to go, and covered well by Andy Hosteller. 2-point lead and the basketball to the Pirates.
Offense to defense once again. Garaway will get in there, free throw shooters. Strasburg will get in there, quick guys to get into this pressure.
Lauren Hirschberger comes in. Michael Miller out for Garaway. And again, you don't want to foul the likes of this person, Ryan Gerber. I don't know how you get the basketball in anybody else's hands. I don't know that Garaway would have allowed that to happen, but you could force that, I suppose. But Ryan Gerber's a sure bet to be at the line.
Well, sometimes, yeah, you will talk about we won't foul until you cross half court. We'll try to get that 10-second call, but when you're talking only 31 seconds left in the ball game, your options become somewhat minimal.
Second foul on Argabright. Timeout Strasburg. The Celtics so badly years ago. 44-42, Ryan Gerber can make it a bit more comfortable as they look for their 36th straight IVC win. He can put it to a 4-point margin, which will really make it tough.
I'll tell you one guy who's not complacent, Scott Bardahl. He understands every night they play, there's a big bullseye on their chest.
He's got Fanning and Andy Hosteller back on defense, both of them. And Ryan Gerber calmly sinks his third foul shot in the quarter. 9th straight in the game. 25 seconds. Strasburg needs a hoop. Boggs can't get it to drop. McKeever rebounds. Can't get it to drop. Dreyer at 16 seconds puts it up. A whistle at 16 plus. So they have 3 opportunities, and the last one draws a foul.
Well, if you're Strasburg, step up, knock these down, you get your people in and get pressure, get a foul right away, and you keep extending the game.
Both teams in the bonus now. 2 shots here as a 4-point game. $12 points for Travis Dreyer. He's 2 of 3 at the line. He split the pair the last time around. Needing this one to bring him within 2. 46-44.
There's your free throws. Now you want to get in your pressure, maybe get a quick steal, but get a foul.
16 seconds, and again, Ryan Gerber. It's just, I don't know how you force the ball anywhere else, but if you don't double team him, you're not going to do it.
Exactly. You know, you have to start with the deny, but tough to deny one of the best players in the area.
And when he's 9 for 9, I guess you think the odds are he's going to miss one.
Well,
he'll get 2 more. Well, he'll have to earn the second shot here. This is only the 9th. Now the next one will be double bonus, but we only have 15.3 seconds to go. It's a 2-point game with Ryan Gerber to the line. He and Fanning have carried the squad in the quarter.
You know, for the Strasburg fans, you could at least hit a little bit of rim, you know, give them a little bit of hope here.
47-44. That's 10 for 10. It's 11 for 11. Does he get to not shoot them at the next practice if this holds up? 48-44, 13 seconds to go. Dreyer for 3. We said there'd be an opportunity for him. Strasburg got a share of the rebound, but it's tied up. Well, they actually call a foul on the rebound. And that at 8 seconds will make it difficult.
Jordan Balls
has fouled out.
Canini actually, I think, is fouled out, yeah.
At 8 seconds to go in the game with just 2 points in this one. Tigers dug a little bit of a hole, got down by 9, came back and tied it, but never could take the lead. And do we need to tell you who stands alone in the white uniform? Number 25, Ryan Gerber.
I tell you what, there are a lot of good players in the conference, no doubt. I've been impressed tonight with Travis Dreyer, but you find somebody in the IVC who's better than this kid, and I'll eat my hat. As we say in the hood in Denison, he got skills.
Coming back in is Dan Argabright, number 20. For Ken Eady, the junior who fouled out. And Gerber, with no support from his teammates, for obvious reasons. 8 seconds to go and a 48-44, now 49-44 lead. Going for 17 of 17.
You talk about a machine.
50-44, 8 seconds to go. Garaway, of course, just needs to play good defense, not foul. There's Hosteller. There's Argabright for 3 as the clock runs out on the missed shot afterwards. As the Tigers come close, they cut it to 2, but Ryan Gerber and company put it away from the foul line. 50-44, 36th straight IVC win, and now 2-0 Garaway. Strasburg drops to 2-1 as they meet at midcourt. We'll be back with our Ember Complete Care. Wrap up of the game, the IVC opener for the Garaway Pirates as they defend their league championship in game 1. And we'll be.
Why did I choose Buckeye?